Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, man. Palma, 7 points in the game.
To the Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-pointer. Oh my goodness! Face a jumper by Valenzuela. Caballero has tied. Now it gets started also. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Ito ang MPBL, Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, now in its 7th season, back at the Valenzuela Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. Second of 3 games ngayong Martes. The Pasay Voyagers have endured a rough patch ngayong past few weeks, and they will try to steady the ship as they take on the Valenzuela City Magic, one of our playoff hopefuls dito sa ating North Division. Yan po ang laban natin. 8-7 ang record ng Pasay, 4-11 ng Valenzuela, and they battle it out dito sa Valenzuela Convention Center. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, si Dev Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya. Syempre kasama din natin si Lyra Ponsalan. We will have her later on. And magandang gabi sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook, YouTube, and syempre we are live on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And Javi, a very important game for Pasay considering the form that they've been in the past few weeks.
Yeah, you know, they've been always in the thick of the fight sa kanilang mga recent games. Kaya lang sa huli talaga sila nadadali, and they've been having to do this without their top gun in Lawrence Victoria, who's also out in today's game with an MCL sprain, I heard.
And let's bring in Lyra Ponsalan, the homecoming queen.
Yes, sir.
For today's game. Lyra, what do you have for us?
Indeed, Sir Ralph, it is my first time covering here in my hometown Pampanga. Kaya mayap abengi po. Kaya kayo ngang manalbeke ng MPBL. Pero home sweet home din naman para kay Warren Bonifacio, who returns home here in Pampanga. At hindi lang siya nag-iisa, kasama niya si Mommy Mary Jane, ang mga pinsan pamangkin at halos buong ang kanya to show support to him tonight. Kaya naman kahit nagaling sa major heartbreaking losses ang Pasay for the past few days, very energized siya coming in today and ready to step up and be that spark that Pasay needs, at mas kokontrolin daw niya ang emotion niya. Kaya naman sa harap ng kanyang mga kabalan, expect nothing less than a fired-up performance from Bonnie. Back to you guys.
Well, Bonnie, you know, it's nice to see him here play again in the Valenzuela Convention Center. Naglaro na dito si Bonnie dati, no? He played for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns before, no? Pasay in their last game, we covered this one, Avi. Nakalaban nila ang Bataan Risers, and it was a carjack finish in at the Pasay Astrodome. It went down the wire, and you know, Pasay had a lot of opportunities to take this victory, but you know, credit Bataan for hanging tough down the stretch.
17 times, 18 lead changes in this game, and no team leading by more than 8 points. Actually, it was Warren Bonifacio who had a chance to send this game into overtime had it not been for his 2 missed free throws in the end. Jopit Soriano also had an opportunity in the dying seconds, but Pasay just really could not convert. If you look at the numbers here, Pasay was scorching hot from downtown in this game. 48% from three-point country, 12 out of 25, as opposed to Bataan's 6 out of 25 from the outside. But the free throw shooting was really important for Pasay in this game. They were only 8 out of 14 and they gave up 26 attempts to Bataan.
No, malaking advantage na nakuha ng Bataan in that department. Valenzuela, on the other hand, suffered a loss dito rin sa Valenzuela Convention Center. A huge victory para dito sa Tropang Pasig, because Tropang Pasig, of course, nandun din sila. You know, magkakadikit sila ng Valenzuela in the team standings in the north. So this was a crucial win, but you know, the Valenzuela obviously struggled in this game.
Yeah, this was their 4th loss in 5 games, badly out-rebounded in this game. Val City is supposedly the bigger team in this matchup against Pasig City, but the Tropang Pasig out-rebounded them 51-38, and then in the process got beaten second chance points, plus the bench was also more productive para sa Pasig City sa laro na yun. Val City actually shot better from the field in that game, but again, I've been saying time and time again, but the key for Valenzuela in this season is for them to win the rebounding department every game.
And I like that they were watching intently yung mga numero natin while they were waiting for the starting lineups to be announced. Now let's meet the starters, courtesy of Richard Campos.
Our forward number 13, Dr. Fly Don Reverente. The other forward number 9, AJ Coronel. Point guard number 3, Peter Pan, Joey Barcuma. Playing center number 4 from San Simon, Pampanga, Warren Bonifacio. The head coach, Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches, Big Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Adrian Boal, Don Moderno, Willie Generalao, and Brian Orog. Team consultant, Cholo Martin. Team owners, Raul Bacalzo, Mickey Ligot, Lavin Castro, JD Castro, and Lian Calixto Rubiano. Here's the starting 5 for Val City Magic. At forward number 39, Kobe Monje. Coming in at center number 26, JR Alabanza. At guard number 22, Lester Alvarez. Power forward number 13, JR Onteco. Shooting guard number 3, John Formento. The head coach is Raymond Valenzuela. His assistants are Jubin Ledesma, Errol Francisco, and Ian De La Torre. Assistant team manager, JB Garcia. Team representative, Brian Calandoc.
Starting 5 brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Joey Barcuma getting a rare start alongside Cyrus Tabi, Warren Bonifacio, Don Reverente, and AJ Coronel. For the Voyagers, the Magic has Lester Alvarez, John Formento, JR Alabanza, JR Onteco, and Kobe Monje.
Dan Saro was the one who started in the two-guard position para sa Pasay in their last game, but practically the same starting unit para kay Coach Marlon Martin and the Pasay Voyagers, who continue to miss Lawrence Victoria in this game, while itong Valenzuela, they continue to rely on this backcourt, this double point guard setup of Lester Alvarez and John Formento.
Formento pulls up, that's good.
A good sign for Valenzuela na nakapuntos agad si John Formento, aside from the fact that we mentioned in the pregame na kailangan manalo sa rebounding department itong Valenzuela City. It's also important that John Formento has a very efficient offensive game.
Immediately goes to work there, John Formento.
He had 16 points in 33 minutes.
Bonifacio nails the 3. There's a challenge. There was a challenge galing kay JR Alabanza, but not enough. As Warren Bonifacio able to knock down the 3 ball.
I expect another stellar performance, especially today in this game for Warren Bonifacio, coming back home to his hometown here in Pampanga and playing in front of his friends and family. Sabi ko nga sa kanya, Warren, gusto ko 30 and 20 today, ah.
Grabe. Reverente is played sparingly this season. Ito si Don Reverente as it's been Mark Sanco and Jopet Soriano, the 2 youngsters, sharing the time on the floor. But Reverente, alam natin what he's capable of for the Pasay Voyagers for a long time. This was the face of the Pasay franchise.
Oh yeah, and you know, because he's a veteran, whenever he's called upon, he's always gonna be ready. Ito si Don Reverente. He's still highly capable of contributing para dito sa franchise na to. A good rebounder and also a great finisher inside and around the basket.
Alvarez to Alabanza. Nice play right there. Nagapos ni Onteco.
I have long believed that if Valenzuela continues to explore and execute that option of Onteco and Alabanza, or another of their big men combinations, Napes as well, they can really dominate games with that kind of play.
They go to Formento. Gets it across. This is a nice matchup with Tabi and Formento, one of the most improved players this season. Sama mo na yan sa... Ooh, look at that.
A split there by Barkuma.
Ballerino cappuccino.
Well, he does put on some moves sometimes.
Oo. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. That's a great move galing kay JR Deco. Alam mo yun, Abby, yung Italian brain rock?
Hindi, ano ba
Narinig
yun?
mo yun? Uso sa mga kabataan yun eh.
Medyo behind lang na sa mga trends ng mga kabataan ngayon.
AI yan eh. AI yan eh. Well, actually, I learned about that dahil sa anak ko,
Yeah.
kay Riley. Siyempre na kailangan kong sumabay sa mga kung anong mga pinag-uusapan nila. So may character doon sa ballerina cappuccina.
Yun yung pangalan ng character.
Oo, may mga iba-iba. AI generated to. AI generated to. Iba-iba. May tralelo tralala. May na shark ang katawan pero may tatlong paa tapos naka Nike sneakers.
I look forward to the day that I actually
it's on YouTube. It's
catch
like
up with those kinds of threads.
it's like 1 million views on YouTube.
Well, but JR Labanza has had a ton of blocks this season para sa Valenzuela.
Ngayon, klaro-klaro, all ball. There's a push from AJ Coronel.
Pero natutuwa ako pag narinig ko when you talk about fatherhood, you're very enthusiastic about it.
Lalo na pag mga ganun ang pinag-uusapan.
Ibang klase rin maging girl dad, ano?
Oo naman. Alam nang maraming maraming layers. Babait ka talaga. It's 5-4 lead.
This guy has provided Valenzuela a lot of layers on both sides of the floor this season. One of the players who have really experienced a resurgence in their careers. Ito si JR Labanza.
Labanza near double-double this season. Let's go to Lyra.
Coach Marlon Keith of the Pasay Voyagers continues to lead with admirable calm and composure despite their recent setbacks. Para sa kanya, it's always a next game mentality. Walang sisihan, just keep on moving forward. Ayaw din niyang masyadong idiin ng pressure sa team, knowing that the players themselves are well aware of their lapses. Kaya ang focus niya, stick to their culture, maximize the opportunity if it's yours. In their team briefing, he reminded the boys to control the frame, stay composed, and most importantly, play with joy but never with complacency. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Naira. Always full of wisdom, Coach Marlon Martin.
Yeah, one of the best coaches here in the MPBL for sure. And that's why his players love playing para sa kanya because he really gives a good balance of wisdom, motivation, as well as reminding them to play really hard.
JJ Hesalem. Bagong hairstyle.
Ooh, sporting the cornrows.
Nakapanibago, ha?
Kaya pala sabi ko, pati parang bagong player sa bench nila.
Parang high flyer, eh.
Yun na
Ang
nga.
datingan, eh. Parang high flyer.
Mismo. Kala ko feel up eh.
Tabi going inside to Reverente. He wasn't expecting the pass.
You're right. You rarely see that from Cyrus Tabi this season. Usually, the guy who really makes the right plays para dito sa Pasay. That's why he's been getting a lot of burn for the Voyagers this year.
Alabanza. Drives right at Bonifacio. JR Alabanza could not convert after the wide array of moves. Nice footwork though being shown by JR. Here's Warren Bonifacio. Barkuma had to adjust his shot. Hindi na umabot kay Bonifacio ang bola. Formento. That's a foul on Barkuma.
That was quite the dangerous pass by Jan Formento. Really risked that. Going to JR Ongteco there, even with Joey Barkuma right in front. He really thought that Ongteco could have made the catch. Lucky for Valenzuela that the foul was called against Joey Barkuma.
Tied at 5. 5 minutes remaining here in the first period.
Another low-scoring affair, Sidelf.
Yeah.
That's been the theme today.
And Jasper Salenga and Jopet Soriano come in para kay Reverente and Joey Barcuma. Napes. Salem, catch and shoot. He nails the three.
Beautifully executed there. And Salem's man going under. You can't afford to do that, especially against a shooter like JJ Salem, who likes to shoot it on the catch and shoot opportunity. And there you go, Jasper Salenga answering back with a three-pointer of his own. He's also a dead shot from the outside.
And Jasper Salenga, part of this young core ito Pasay Voyagers. Napes also on the catch and shoot. That's off to the left. Tabi. Bigay kay Bonifacio. Wide open. Tabi with the offensive rebound. Bigay kay Bonifacio. The drop pass. Soriano with the easy two.
The reason why Warren Bonifacio has risen to become one of the rising stars in this league is not just because of his scoring ability, but his ability to also make his teammates look good. That time, making Jopet Soriano get that opportunity to score.
Salem traveled. First time in the game, Jordan Rios' display of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
It's very important for your main guy to make that pass, especially when the defense draws its attention on him, because it's going to make it easier for your whole team.
Bonifacio. Tabi launches the three. Soriano trying to find Bonifacio. Tabi able to make the catch. Salenga, nice fake. Lumapit, Jasper. Rios, offensive rebound. That's a specialty.
One of the best, if not the best, offensive rebounders as a guard here in the MPBL, Jordan Rios.
Formento, that ball batted away. Tabi all alone for two. Just like that, it's a 6-point lead for Pasay with 3 minutes left here.
Ang specialty ni Jordan Rios, rebounding on the offensive glass. Cyrus Tabi, really a defensive linchpin. And that's what he does best, making defense into offense.
Smash break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
He did that with Zamboanga, and he's doing it a lot for Pasay this season.
J.R. Chavez has entered the game, playing against his former teammate sa Negros in John Formento. Formento, they battled hard in practice for sure.
I'm pretty sure that's definitely a guarantee. Two very hard-nosed guards who play both sides of the basketball. They're terrific scorers at that.
Sanko. Salenga, air ball. Nagawan sa bola. That's last touch. Oh. Jump ball ang signal ni referee Karina Martin. Immediately, referee Mike Hinay making the decision.
That's why we have 3 referees on the floor.
Yes. to 8. Valenzuela. Salem. Alabanza. Now with Napes. Nice cut. Guarino unable to make the catch.
The execution was on point. Just that last catch. Guarino could not handle that find.
Soriano now with Salenga. Chavez. Atake sa gitna. Chavez is blocked by Alabanza. And there's a slight ano lang. Slight finger wag galing kay Jay Alabanza. Hindi pa full on.
That's the second block of the game.
Minute and 36 remaining in the first period. Pasay with a 6-point lead. Time up. That's Keanu Caballero and family. Marco Balagtas as well. There's Central Ball Golden Coolers are seeing action later on against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, who are trying to avoid a second straight loss dito sa Brenzy Giao Convention Center.
Yeah, that's going to be a very important game para sa parehong koponan dahil itong Rizal galing rin ito sa talo eh.
Good. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Chavez pops out, launches the three. It's good. 9-point lead now for Pasay. JJ Esalem. Esalem still at it. Binigay kay Kyle Napez inside. Unable to finish. This Salenga inside, unable to score. The tap, Rios, Sanko, open, no. Lester Alvarez comes away with a loose ball. Esalem. Monteco. I thought JJ Esalem had a shot there. Libre siya dun. Alvarez. Trying to bank that one in. Rebound ni Sanko.
Field goal shooting for Valenzuela has gotten cold here in the first quarter.
Only 8 points for Val City.
3 out of 11 from the field, while Pasay is 7 out of 18. That's 38%.
Chavez. Salenga. 4-second differential game clock and shot clock, and Jasper Salenga absorbs the contact and lays it in. Possible three-point play opportunity.
And not much resistance going into the lane para dito kay Jasper Salenga. Valenzuela not offering much interior defense. You see here, Alvarez was just blown by there and the help just came way too late. That's why they had no other recourse but to try and foul, but Salenga finishing through the contact.
19-8 is the count. Salenga unable to complete the three-point play. Here's JJ Esalem. Nagmamadali. Sidestep won't go. And that will do it. First quarter in the books. Dito sa Brenzy Giao Convention Center. A good start para dito sa Pasay Voyagers, trying to end their struggles tonight against another team from the north in Valenzuela, Javi.
Yeah, Valenzuela starting off strong, but they came cold towards the latter part of that first quarter, which Pasay took advantage of. Even guys from the bench contributing here for the Pasay Voyagers. Felipe Chavez putting in a three-pointer there to help the Voyagers lead 19-8 after the first 10 minutes.
Back inside the Brenzy Giao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. Valenzuela's next 3 games, they go up against Batangas City, Tanduay Rom Masters on June 17. June 28, makakalaban nila ang Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. And then on July 5 is a date with the Abra Weavers. Meanwhile, let's go to Naira Punsala.
Coach Raymond Valenzuela of Val City admitted some frustration after their recent close game loss. Para sa kanya, malaking kulang ang strong start. Mahirap daw talaga kapag laging habol sa dulo, lalo na kung crunch time na. Hindi naman daw niya kailangan din pagalitan ng mga players because more of reminders lang ang kailangan, lalo na sa mga bigs nila, to crash the boards harder and give them extra possessions. At the end of the day, sabi niya, nasa players pa rin yan kung paano sila magre-respond at mag-perform. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Naira. So just minor instructions there in Val City, but SLM throws the ball away. That could be an unsportsmanlike foul on Teco. Sanko had the advantage there.
Here's Sanko pushing the basketball there, and a little push also. Parang may sipa pa nga galing sa likod, although not very clear. But there was definitely a push from behind. A good thing Sanko is up and about, and mukhang wala namang nangyari sa kanya.
No, unsportsmanlike. Hindi humihingi ng unsportsmanlike foul yung Pasay.
Yeah, it should be, dahil parang advantage na ang Pasay doon. Sanko was definitely ahead, and Teco was trying to push from behind. It should be an unsportsmanlike foul.
Ito yung nangyari dito. Ano na siya eh. He was already on his way. Oh, it looked like he tripped on his own.
Oh, okay. No, that's a better angle. Dahil yung angle kanina parang tinulak ni Teco eh. That's why JR is saying na wala naman daw talaga siyang ginawa.
Only a push. It was not upgraded.
Foul on number 13, JR Teco. 20 seconds to shoot.
Just a sideline inbound. Chavez has room and he hits again. Dalawang tres na para kay JR Chavez.
He's off to a good start here off the bench. Val City's got to do something about that.
Salem airballs the 3.
Chavez is doing a good job of putting on some contributions off the bench here para sa Pasay dahil wala siya doon sa kanilang last game. He wasn't suited up.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. JR Chavez knocking down the 3 and masyadong malalim si Lester Alvarez doon. Sanko. The handoff. Jasper Salenga, 8 seconds to work with. Salenga will fire. Sanko taps it to Chavez. Masyado malakas ang pabandang tira. And Alvarez quickly to Monje. Kobe Monje with a drive and a strong finish.
That's a nice decision right there galing kay Lester Alvarez, seeing that Monje was ahead in transition. Open court basketball. Kobe Monje is very athletic. He can finish.
Can finish with either hand. Alvarez could not hit from beyond the arc. Rebound nakuha ni Sanko. Chavez. Coronel. Sanko back to AJ. Puts the ball on the deck now against Monje. Chavez catch and shoot. Trying to get his own miss. Nakuha ni Teco ang rebound for Valenzuela.
I think that pass was originally intended para kay Brian Hilario, but it was Chavez who ended up with it. Trying to get a little heat check. He had 2 threes earlier.
Monje wants a clear out on the left side. Trying to test the defense of Sanko. Monje blocked by Sanko. Here comes Pasay. The Voyagers with numbers. Sanko dire-derecho for the layup.
Mark Sanko getting the better of that matchup against Kobe Mone. Two familiar foes na nakaharap nung kanilang college days. It's Letran versus College of St. Benilde.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Timeout muna tayo. Kobe Mone had 11 points and 10 rebounds against Pasay. All coming in the second half ang kanyang production.
Well, he really held Valenzuela trying to make a comeback in the end game, just really falling short. Monhe is really key here para dito sa Valenzuela this season. If he continues to be steady, if he can increase his numbers, then the Magic have a good chance of entering the playoffs.
Monhe gets it to Ongteco. JR for 3. Kobe Agustin with a rebound.
I'd like to see that more. If it's not John Formento initiating the offense, they should go to Kobe Mone to try and make some plays for his teammates.
Cyrus Tabi puts the ball on the deck and leaves the defense in the dust for the layup.
Explosive drive to the strong side. Cyrus Tabi, when he's going left, he's very dangerous.
And the back shot galing kay John Formento is in.
The same way that John Formento is dangerous when left wide open from mid-range.
Can't believe it. 12 puntos lang ang Valenzuela dito in the first half with 6 minutes remaining in the quarter. Foul on Formento.
Meanwhile, Pasay just continues to pour it on here against the Val City Magic. And, you know, you don't really expect this galing sa Val City, especially from the inside, from the outside, watching that, you know, you look at this lineup, this is filled with veterans who could score the basketball. And yet, they often have a hard time scoring the rock.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Split at the line para kay Cyrus Tabi. 29-12 is the count. Formento. They are very familiar with each other, Formento and Tabi. Napes misses. Hilario looking for a way through. Able to score that time. Justin Alfonso gets it to Napes. Napes on the drive. There's a foul on Toby Agustin.
That's an excellent setup by Justin Alfonso to the trailing Kyle Napes, recognizing the lead and seeing Napes coming from the backside, hitting the basketball and drawing the foul.
Napes, one of those being counted upon here sa Valenzuela City Magic na pangunahan ng kanilang kampanya, but first free throw doesn't drop.
Yeah, these are one of the more decent teams on paper in the Northern Division. You could actually say that this is a mid-tier squad, but their record doesn't really show that.
Missed free throw again. And there's a timeout on the floor. Pasay Voyagers, 17 ang kanilang lamang with 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Back inside the Valenzuela Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. Coach Marlon Martin without his leading scorer in Lawrence Paul Victoria tonight. It's the second straight game that Paul is missing due to an injury.
Yeah, they're losing about 16 points per game with Victoria's absence. That's why it's really relied upon heavily that Warren Bonifacio and company would do this as a committee.
Agustin traveled. Formento.
Looks like Alabanza got hit.
Alabanza able to track it down. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Formento. Nice setup. Alfonso. No good on the three. Agustin with a rebound. Hilario back to Agustin. Pasay with numbers. AJ Coronel with a layup.
4-on-2 break. Definitely an expected basket there para sa Pasay Voyagers. 3 guys touching the basketball there, using their numbers to their advantage. Hilario, Agustin, and their Coronel finishing the break.
Not a lot of resistance there from the Val City Magic. It's only hurled to only 13 points in the first half here.
Valenzuela supposedly is a good defensive team.
His free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, subok at kompleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And Avi, only 14 points for Valenzuela. Is Pasay doing really something special here para mapigilan itong Valenzuela na opensa?
Not really. You know, this is actually just regular. I wouldn't say regular, but this is the usual Pasay basketball that we see almost game in and game out. It's just Valenzuela who's not really performing to their potential.
Warren Bonifacio able to score on the spin move. Ganda naman ang galaw dito ni Warren Bonifacio.
Taking the veteran to school there, even with a help defense. Bonifacio finishing through traffic.
Babalik ang ating kasama si Lyra Ponsalat.
Warren Bonifacio feels na mas mabigat ngayon ang pressure at responsibility niya, lalo na't wala si Lawrence Victoria na leader din ng team. Open siya at aware siya sa bad temper niya at mas ginagawa daw niya yun kontrolin para mas makapagbigay at mas maging leader din for the squad. Sabi niya ginagawa ng team na ibalik ang teamwork nila. Kasi yun talagang naging lakas sila at kung saan sila naging effective at makilala. Naniniwala din siya na kung magpo-focus sila sa pagkakaisa at pagtutulungan, kaya nilang malampasan ang mga challenges at makabalik sa panalo. Kahit na may pressure, committed si Warren na ibigay ang lahat at effort niya para makatulong sa team na makabawi at makabuo ulit ng momentum. Back to you guys.
As expected, Warren Bonifacio knowing his role in this team.
Well, one thing that they're really doing more in this game is they're really involving a lot of the guys on offense. They're moving that ball around and making sure that most of their points or most of their baskets are coming from the flow of their offense.
Formento knocks down the three. Badly needed three-pointer para sa Val City to trim the deficit to 16.
They're even doing worse than what Bulacan and Bacolod had in the first game.
Tabi, three-pointer is good.
To make matters worse for Valenzuela, the three-point shot has been falling once again para sa Pasay Voyagers. That's three-pointer number 4 in this game. Remember, they had 12 in their loss against Bataan.
Agustin. Coronel trying to finish on the other side. Sumabit si Agustin on the offensive rebound. And that will mean wala pa sa penalty Pasay. Tignan natin yung three-point shot na to from Cyrus Tabi.
He's a man on a mission tonight. Ito si Cyrus Tabi, obviously wanting to help Pasay avoid another loss, but also to make sure that this is gonna be a good bounce back game para sa kanila.
Alabanza, the one-hander.
One of the few bright spots in this game para sa Valenzuela. Ito si J.R. Alabanza doing it on both ends of the basketball. 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 shot blocks in the game for J.R. Alabanza.
Agustin, binitbit ang bola, no good. Reverente, the kick out. Toby for 3. Yes, sir.
That was a strong take, that initial shot of his, but a little bit out of control on the reload right there. That's a good looking stroke.
2 minutes.
Nice find by Agustin, and Lasco keeps it in play. Nearly threw that ball away. Agustin, the spin, the kick out. Tabi, 3. No, Lasco offensive rebound, reverse. Still no go. Formento, stop and pop, got it.
Almost got his foot on the line. Thankfully, he was able to decelerate right before hitting that 3-point line. 17-point lead still though para sa Pasay.
Bonifacio, natapik ni Alabanza. 7 seconds to work with. Tabi gets away. Tabi rises for the jumper. No good. Reverente with a rebound and a stick back.
Yeah, despite the height that Valenzuela has, Pasay has been winning the rebounding battle largely 31-16.
Formento. Alabanza. John Formento kicks it out. Great ball movement. Valenzuela does not end up with the basket. And Formento has stayed behind here. Lasco, open look. No good. Reverente, the spin. That's a tough shot. Then Castillo will be called for the foul.
Definitely a push there. Valenzuela's just watching that basketball fall into the hands of any Voyager on the offensive glass. That's why it's been so drastic yung kanilang diferensya sa rebounding battle.
Coach Raymond Valenzuela.
Yeah, there shouldn't be free throws yet dahil pang-apat pa lang na team foul ng Valenzuela yun.
14 seconds to shoot.
Lasco. Off the inbound, no good on that jumper. 20 seconds remaining. Esalem, binigay kay Formento. Jan finds Alfonso on the other side. A 3, short. It's Agustin.
That's a terrible pass. My goodness.
Alabanza, that's a 4-point swing. I don't know what he was thinking there, Toby Agustin.
He might have thought na wala ng oras. That's why he just threw it up. Those are things that you really have to keep in mind all the time.
The Pasay Voyagers, despite that late turnover, are still on top by 17 against the Valenzuela City Magic. We'll be right back.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is halftime of our second game between Varsity Magic and Pasay Voyagers. I'm Lyra Punsalan and I'm with Justin Alfonso of Varsity Magic. Justin, I've been told that you guys have been working on your communication to avoid close games. What do you think should you improve more on for the second half?
I think more of that. We don't communicate as much as we want to. And also on the defensive end, no one's really crashing boards, no one's really boxing out, so that's something that we all need to improve on.
Any greetings?
Yeah. We would like to greet Pure Blend, Sure Homes Realty, YPS Clothing Trading, Anytime Fitness, Fatima Valenzuela, Accelerated Wellness and Pain Clinic, DCG Steel, Boss Den, Ma'am Annie, Ever Gourmet Corporation, Publinks Fatima Valenzuela Branch, Shoebest, VA Sports, Perez Pares, Ma'am Daisy, Frame Manila, Unlimited Coffee, and special thanks to Mayor West Gatchalian. I just want to greet my family in California, Mom, Uncle Pat, all my friends, my girlfriend, and our cat Shimo.
Thank you so much, Justin Alfonso of Varsity Magic. MPBL will be back.
Halftime dito sa Valenzuela Convention Center where the Pasay Voyagers have a 17-point lead against the Valenzuela City Magic. You gotta feel that Valenzuela, their offense was not up to par in that first half. Only 30 attempts, no, 15 less than Pasay, and pag ganyan nangyayari, malaki talaga yung chance na malaki ang lamang ng kalaban.
And that's definitely what happened. They only scored 8 points in that first quarter, improved that in the second period by doubling their amount, but still allowed the Pasay Voyagers to score more than their total in the first quarter. They allowed Pasay 22 points in that second period, and Pasay has been doing it inside and outside. 5 3-point shots made already for the Voyagers, while also dominating the inside 22-10.
Yung maganda dito for Pasay, the offense has been well distributed. Warren Bonifacio is not even one of the leading scorers on that, in the first half. Pero naman dito sa Valenzuela, only John Formento has, picked up offensively.
Yeah, and aside from those things that we mentioned during that halftime break, it's also the rebounding disparity that has been the problem here para sa Valenzuela. Again, we mentioned time and time again in that first half and top of our coverage that it's important for Valenzuela to win the rebounding battle. Right now, at this point, they're losing it badly, 35-18. And that rebounding disparity has allowed Pasay to also dominate the second chance points department, 12-0.
Laking bagay yan.
And that's quite unacceptable for a tall team like Valenzuela. You have very capable rebounders. Alabanza, Napes, Ongteco, Monje, even Formento is supposed to be a good rebounding guard. You shouldn't allow yourselves to get down in the rebounding battle this big.
Sanko, only one and done para dito sa Valenzuela. Here comes Barcuma. Tira siya doon, but binigay niya kay Warren Bonifacio. Napes grabs the rebound. Quickly to Salem.
Isipin mo na lang kung maganda pa ang nilalaro dito ni Warren Bonifacio, kung ilan pa yung magiging lamang dito ng Pasay Voyagers. But Valenzuela has a long time to try and recover. This is just a 15-point lead. Very much manageable para sa kanila.
There's Alabanza attacking from the top. And he finishes. He was asking for a foul. 7 puntos na para kay Alabanza.
So he's trying to spark a rally here para sa Valenzuela. But they also have to do it on the defensive side. They have to work harder. Turn their defensive intensity up a notch. Maybe even 2 notches higher. And also finish it with a defensive rebound.
Barcuma gets it to Sanko. Will fire a 3. Hindi pumasok. Formento. He's got good handles. Ito si John Formento. Here's Salem. Yes!
Specialty of the house, yan kay JJ Hesalem. That ability to launch the shot even without putting the ball down. Some other players, they need to do that to gain that rhythm going into their shot, but Hesalem doesn't even need to. It's already right in his shot pocket going into the motion to shoot.
Barcuma lost his footing, pero it will stay with the Voyagers. Pinasok na si J.R. Chavez.
This is just a 10-point lead, Sudav.
Oo. Ganda yung simula ng Valenzuela dito. 7-0 run to start the third quarter. There's Bonifacio. That's a foul on Alabanza.
Well, now after that slow start in that first half, and being contented with just setting up his teammates mostly, ito si Juan Bonifacio now trying to assert his will slowly offensively.
Juan Bonifacio at the line. Misses the first.
Yun lang, yun yung naging problema nila in their last game during the closing seconds. He could have sent the game into overtime had it not been for those 2 missed free throws.
Yeah, special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. 0 for 2 para kay Warren Bonifacio. Napes. They go to Alabanza, who could not handle the pass.
The one time they went to that play in the first quarter, they were able to convert off of it. But after that, hindi na sila ulit pumunta dyan sa kanilang option na yan, that high-low play.
Chavez trapped. Sanko, bigay kay Coronel. They get it across. The Voyagers. Chavez on to Salenga rather. Bonifacio gets deep. The jump hook won't go. Rebound in Napes.
That's great honest defense.
That is a good tap galing kay AJ Coronel. Pero alam mo, sayang yun eh. He could have left that.
Yeah.
Kasi masyado lagpas na kay Monhe yung pasa.
There should be a clear out.
Fermento shooting over J.R. Chavez.
That's a tough look.
Absolute baller itong si John Fermento. Nabitawan ni Coronel and the run continues here for Valenzuela. It's now a 9-0 run. Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Isalem ringing the bell with the three.
A quick trigger for the 4 3-point shot of Valenzuela in this game. Almost equaling Pasay's 5 makes from the outside. Valenzuela is now more aggressive in their offense. They're trying to get better shots. The decision-making is better. And defensively, they're forcing Pasay into mostly one-and-done possessions.
And Fermento at the line. He's been doing well, John Fermento, this season. Ito talaga, to me, front runner for most improved.
Parang malayo ang disparity. Although we've seen a lot of players who are going to be deserving of being in the running for that award, ibang klase rin kasi yung nagiging performance ito ni John Fermento eh.
Oo.
Ang layo nung talunong ng numero from last year.
Yeah, Tabi can be one as well. Hingi na traveling yung Valenzuela, not given there. Bonifacio able to score. Fermento. Alabanza now with Hasalem. 10 seconds to work with. Napes. Oh, nice. Beautiful basketball from Valenzuela.
I tell you, if these guys continue to learn how to play with each other that kind of way, this Valenzuela team is going to be hard to stop offensively.
Third block of the game. Para kay Alabanza, the counter steal. Hasalem pulls the trigger. No. Could have had an option there, pero he was feeling his shot. Chavez. No good. Monhe. It's on to Fermento.
They can push.
Fermento. Natapik ni AJ Coronel.
One of the most versatile defenders in the MPBL, AJ Coronel.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Proper bench decorum warning on Valenzuela. They go backdoor to Monhe and it ends up as a turnover. Ano na to eh? 11-0 run na to, Avi.
Yeah. Pasay has not found any solution yet.
Have they scored? Yes, they have scored once. Not two. No, this is a 13-2 run. Sorry about that. Whistle going against AJ Coronel.
The turnovers have started now piling up para sa Pasay. Turnovers, misses, wrong decision making. Valenzuela has slowly but surely capitalized on these errors, chipping away at what was once a 15-point lead.
Fermento. Atake si John Fermento. Labas kay Napes. There's a foul away from the ball. That's on Tabi.
Na isa lang sa mga problema nakikita ko dito para sa Valenzuela na posibleng mangyari is how long can this five sustain this rally? Almost, we're past midway through this third quarter and halos wala pong pinapalitan dito si Coach Raymond Valenzuela.
And Tabi is whistled for the personal. So, next foul, they're over the limit now. 4 minutes and 42 remaining. Formento. That goes baseline, a foul. Galing. John Formento.
He's just really such a smart bowler. You know, he uses the shot fake to his advantage most of the time.
And meanwhile, let's get an update from Lyra.
Hometown pride might be playing a big role for Jasper Salenga, Toby Agustin, AJ Coronel, and Warren Bonifacio for their exceptional performances tonight for Pasay. Parang nasa Pasay Astrodome lang daw sila. That feels like home, fueled with renewed passion for a comeback win after their recent heartbreaking losses. Kaya naman, Gina G sila sa laro nila ngayon. Back to you guys.
And so a lot of players making their return to their home province here. Sama mo na dyan sila AJ Coronel, Toby Agustin, si Jasper Salenga para sa Pasay. Chavez, they go back to Bonifacio against Napes. The jump hook from Warren. That won't go. Rebound nakuha ni Soriano. Labas kay Tabi. Tabi for three. That's short. Rios with the offensive rebound. And Mone secures the board. Formento trying to recover the loose ball.
Warren Bonifacio Sedelfa has been quite unlucky here in this game. 3 out of 10 now. Pababa yung kanyang field goal percentage. You know, he's getting good looks, but the one-on-one defense of Val City has really held him down. Monje, Alabanza, and Napes all have taken turns in trying to defend him.
And scoring in the quarter, 14-2. Technical foul called on Valenzuela. And 44-38. The Magic have really made a game out of this after a really poor first half. Tabi, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Tabi, Chavez is open. That won't drop. Rebound ni Napes. Bigay agad kay Formento. Napes drives. Layup, no. Soriano secures the rebound. Here comes Tabi. Tabi to Chavez with the reverse.
Woo! Me, oh my. Say our Chavez.
Alabanza unable to finish on the pass from Napes. Foul given up by Formento to stop the break.
Valenzuela shouldn't get easily demoralized by those missed shots. They were already able to chip it down.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Dahil ito yung nangyayari pag nagmimintis yung Valenzuela. Not a lot of people get back down on defense, and Pasay has done a good job taking advantage of that on the break.
Oh, Chavez with a getaway. Just like that, it's back to 10 ang lamang. Tabi is whistled for the personal. Alfonso will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Chavez now in double figures sa laro na to. He's been a spark plug off the bench. Ito si JR Chavez taking the place of Dan Sara sa laro na to.
Alfonso knocks down the first free throw. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes there, and the head of security, Rudy Distrito. Alfonso to 2 for 2. An 8-point game. Rios. Salenga drives middle. Salenga push shot won't go. Soriano keeps it alive. Reverente. That doesn't work as well. Formento. Atake sa gitna. John Formento with a finish.
What a terrific take right there by John Formento. Getting into the middle. Oh! Pero matindi rin naman yung naging sagot dito ng Pasay. At Jobit Soriano.
Formento feeling it. Bank shot won't go. Alfonso with the rebound. Justin gets it to J.R. Ongteco for 3. And nakuha ni Reverente rebound para sa Pasay. Here comes Reverente. Waits for Rios. Out to Salenga. Foul away from the ball. It looks like it will go against Alabanza.
Pace now picking up for both teams.
Last break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners. Grabe yung rip na yun. Hirap pigilan yun.
At saka ang ganda rin ng soft touch niya dun sa kanyang finish. Ito si John Formento. Just really knows how to finish in style.
Rios could not convert from beyond the arc. Alfonso drives. Salema's open in the corner. 2 free throws coming up para kay Justin Alfonso.
Aggressive take going to the basket there by Justin Alfonso.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Slow to get back down on defense there were the Valenzuela City Magic. That's been a common trend in this game para sa kanila. When they miss shots, Pasay just pushes the basketball and they use their numbers to their advantage most of the time.
1 for 2 for Alfonso. He's got 3 points, all coming from the line. Chavez. May tulak galing kay Napes.
Definitely a foul there, pretty obvious.
Parang nagbanggaan sila dun eh, parehong defenders.
Yeah.
They're getting in the way of each other.
I think it was Hesalem who collided with Napes.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Chavez gets the free throw to drop, 51-43. In and out on the second. Soriano with a rebound. Rios to Salenga. Salenga, no good. Napes rebound and a chance to draw closer for Valenzuela. Formento, nasa gitna. Labas kay Ongteco, got the step, and J.R. Ongteco blows the layup, but Kyle Napes is there.
Napaganda pa doon para sa Valenzuela. That would have been an easy finish para kay J.R. Ongteco. Nobody in front of him. Here was the miss. Ongteco, medyo saliwa ng layup dun with the right hand, but good thing Napes was there. It gets 3 white shirts, putting it back in and finishing through contact.
Napes could not complete the three-point play. Chavez against Alfonso. Here comes Chavez. Drop pass. Extra pass. And Reverente benefits from that.
Val City's had a tough time rotating to that extra pass by Pasay here in the third quarter. See here Chavez blowing by the defense. There's the help, Ongteco, but Formento fails to drop down to help the helper. That was J.R. Ongteco.
And Alfonso gets the first free throw to drop. No good. Under a minute to play. Salenga. Labas kay Chavez. Chavez bump ba yung Teco? Parehong kupunan, nasa penalty na.
No, but it's a travel there.
Oh. Seven-point game. Ganda ng third quarter ng Valenzuela. Thanks to this guy right here. Formento. Oh, hindi pa natapos. Ganda sana yun.
Formento's already up to 19 points in this game.
Rios, no. Reverente was in position there. Now he gets in the way. Chavez, no. And that's a whistle going against Alfonso.
Yeah, a little push from behind on Jopit Soriano by Justin Alfonso. Matindi dyan mag-free throw dito si Jopit Soriano dahil parehong nasa penalty na ang Valenzuela and Pasay.
Soriano misses the free throw. Six points and 3 rebounds per outing this season. That makes it an 8-point game, 15 seconds remaining. Formento, Napes, back to John Formento. 3 seconds to go. The step back over Chavez, and that rolls out para kay John Formento. Third quarter in the books. Pasay and Valenzuela with a nice little battle here. Nakabalik paunti-unti ang Valenzuela. They had momentum here in the third, but it's still Pasay in command. Highlights of the game brought to you by Ciplas, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate their hydration.
JR Alabanza, John Formento had 9 points in that third quarter, although JR Chavez had some key baskets para sa Pasay to help them keep the lead here going into the fourth quarter. It's still an 8-point advantage for the Voyagers after 3.
That's our Gixxer fans of the game, born for greatness. Right here at the Valenzuela Convention Center. Medyo mahiyain ang ating mga fans of the game.
Quite the rainy Tuesday night, no?
Oo. I think this is Larry Muyang's kid.
Yeah, I think so.
Mamaya, abangan natin Pampanga versus Rizal dito sa Valenzuela Convention Center. 8-point game. They go down low to Bonifacio, fouled by Alfonso. Quarter scoring natin, only 13 in the third para sa Pasay Voyagers.
Valenzuela had 22.
Bonifacio misses the back shot. Rebound ni Onteco. Here comes Formento. Pulls up for 3. Yes!
John Formento now at 22 points in this game. While on the flip side, Warren Bonifacio, siya naman, he's struggling para sa Pasay Voyagers in this game. Bonifacio is now 3 out of 11 from the field.
The miscue for Felipe Chavez. Brings the ball back to Valenzuela. Alfonso was looking for a foul. Tabi on the move. Only Onteco back to defend. Soriano mintis. And he's fouled by Onteco.
Almost a gallant stand there defensively. Galing kay Jer Onteco as just the only guy to give resistance there to that fast break opportunity of the Pasay Voyagers. So at least he was able to force Soriano to take 2 shots here, and Soriano's not really a good free throw shooter.
This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Turned out to be a close game here. Soriano 8 points and 7 boards. Formento binabantayan ni Tabi. He's been the best player on the floor between the two teams.
No doubt about it.
Bonifacio guarding Formento. Had a good look there, John Formento.
Yung maganda sa kanya si Delph is he knows how to use his body. Magaling rin manggulang. He can be physical if he wants to. Well, of course, also being very talented already at that.
Sanko replacing Jopet Soriano. Tabi at the line. First free throw is good.
Another good all-around performance para kay Cyrus Tabi sa laro na to. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the game for the former Zamboanga guard.
That is off. Pasay.
And that is not a good place you want to be in trying to push the basketball against a pressuring defense if you're Justin Alfonso. That's why they call it coffin corners.
And a challenge here for Coach Marlon. We will be right back.
The challenge made by Pasay Voyagers is unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful challenge. Val City will keep possession. And last touch to Chavez, he thought that it came off the foot of Justin Alfonso. Extended time on the floor para kay Alfonso. Javi, no?
Yeah, he hasn't rested at all this third quarter. Oh! That should have been a spectacular finish had that went in.
Bonifacio, Coronel, the bounce pass inside. Tabi got it, plus the foul.
That has been a continuing problem para sa Valenzuela here in the second half.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And trying to cover that dunker spot each time that someone drives into the lane, attracts the middle defender, wala nang tumutulong dun sa baseline on either side.
Eight minutes and 21 seconds left. Pasay extending the lead to 11. They have gotten away with a walk there. Zaire Onteco. Formento finds Salem. That's a three. It's good.
He was already wide open for quite some time, even before Formento got him the basketball. But nonetheless, he was still able to deliver it in a three-pointer made by JJ. 8-point lead.
Eight seconds to work with. Tabi. He'll pull up. Won't get the bounce. Nakuha ni Onteco ang rebound. Goes to Monje. Kobe waits for JR. Formento gets it back. He'll launch a three. No. And Coronel secures the rebound. AJ, no good on the layup. Sanko with a rebound on the tap. Ngayon, Sanko will fire a three, and that's short. Coronel lost it. Chavez is blocked. Ball is loose. Nakuha ni Bonifacio, and a lot of tired legs there. Di na halos gumagalaw
Yeah.
ang mga players natin. AJ Coronel able to clean it up.
Everybody is just really watching, but you could see it on their faces. Yung mga mukha ng Val City players, they're fatigued. You see here a lot of loose balls in this particular possession, and still Pasay ends up with it, and they finish it with this basket by AJ Coronel going off the glass, extending this lead back up to double digits. It's back up to 10.
And John Formento tallied 16 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds against Pasig. Really just a player on the rise this season. And really the key for John Formento is that hindi niya sinasayang yung opportunity na binibigay sa kanya dito.
Yeah, he's really taking advantage of every time down the floor that he's getting the opportunity to push the basketball. He knows that when the defense is not set, it's going to be easy for him to make baskets and generate offense para sa kanyang kupunan dahil alam naman niya kung gaano ka galing na defensive team itong Pasay Voyagers with their length and their size and their team defense.
Monteco lost the handle. Offensive foul.
You just hate to see that if you're Valenzuela, you know, coming off a timeout, you expect, especially that you're trying to catch up in this game, you expect good execution at least.
And 10-point lead, and there's a bit of discussion here.
I think they're going to give Hesalem a warning.
Like behavior. J.R. Labanza replaces
J.R. Labanza
Monteco.
returns. Ten-point game. Oh, hindi nakatingin si Bonifacio. Monhe leaking out. Nice catch. And a foul on Coronel.
Holding foul, number 9, AJ Coronel.
Monhe has really got to assert himself more here para sa Valenzuela. I feel like he needs to be more aggressive trying to attack the basket. We already saw it in the first half how it benefited Valenzuela, but he's taken a back seat here in the second half.
And get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Oh, Monhe missing.
Yeah, free throws have been a problem in this game for both teams.
And it's been a far from perfect game for both teams.
14 seconds to shoot.
Pasay had a opportunity blown there because turnover na naman sila. Napes got the step inside. Wala. Tabi to Chavez. J.R. Chavez. Good hard drive para kay J.R. Chavez just to make sure na may pito.
And this was all the Napes miss. You see how fast Pasay pushes the ball and advances it, seeing the open man and going forward At ang Valenzuela naman, you know, after every miss, meron pang iling-iling pa na nangyayari before they get back down on defense.
Big edge in rebounding, 61-36. The second chance points, 16-2.
That was actually already down to just a 10-point disparity in terms of rebounds. But then Pasay started dominating the glass again. And Valenzuela, I think the fatigue just really got to them dahil ang ikli na naging rotation dito sa laro na to ni Coach Raymond Valenzuela.
Chavez to Bonifacio, down low, Coronel with the finish. Momento. Ball will remain with Valenzuela.
He took too long to make a decision there. Ito si John Formento.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. 5.5 minutes to play. 12-point lead. Alabanza could not get the roll.
Pushing ball number 4, Warren Bonifacio is second. Team ball number 2 for Pasay Pointers.
Alabanza, 2 free throws.
Alabanza.
Para sa kanya.
Now, Alabanza's had a number of Warren Bonifacio in this game. 10 points, 8 rebounds, couple of assists, while Bonifacio only 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 dimes.
Twelve of 20 at the line, make that 13 of 21. 11 points para kay J.R. Alabanza, 8 rebounds and 3 blocks. Ano na ang pinapakita ni J.R. Alabanza this season. 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. His team is trailing by 10 though. Bonifacio sees a gap, pulls up, jumper, won't go. The struggles continue para kay Warren.
Bonifacio has really been well defended in this game. They prevented him from getting to his spots here in the fourth quarter. They've allowed him some good looks in the third period, but he just could not convert. Ngayon, talagang umigting na yung depensa nila dito kay Warren Bonifacio. That's why he's been missing still.
Chavez lost it.
And that pass, a little bit too behind para kay Felipe Chavez.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, Harvey, that every time there's a chance para makalayo na gusto ito Pasay, they just can't seem to put it together.
Yeah, that killer instinct has been missing a number of times for them this season.
Pinilit ni John Formento.
No, then Naples might have gotten away with a foul there.
Yung kay John Formento, ano is looking for a call.
17 seconds to shoot.
Should be a clear out.
Alabanza, the turnaround shot, fade away. Comes up short, Agustin. Bigay kay Soriano. Salenga pulls up. Masyadong malakas. Soriano. Nice pass to Toby Agustin.
Unselfish play there. That's exactly how it should be when you outnumber the opposition. You share the basketball and get it to the more open guy, and that was Agustin para sa Pasay.
And it's a 12-point game.
We will have a review on the last play.
This is the Gigster great move of the game, born for greatness.
And observe a proper
Great
bench
pass.
decorum.
Soriano got 2 red shirts up in the air with that ball fake and then made that find to Toby Agustin, who now has 5 points and 7 rebounds in this
Foul
game.
on number 1, Kyle Napes. Penalty. 4th foul on Kyle Napes.
see what happened here. This was the shot by Formento, and then Napes trying to go for that offensive rebound. Striking Jasper Salenga with that arm on the back. Kanina pa actually nasa penalty ang Valenzuela. They've been over the limit since around the 7-minute and 30 mark of this fourth quarter. Imagine that.
Tagal na.
And yet, Pasay has not really fully capitalized on it, although they've had the lead still, because Valenzuela has been making some wrong decisions offensively compared to their fine performance in the third period.
Inside they go, Alabanza. Binaba sa 11 ang kalamangan ng Pasay. Under 4 minutes to play.
Definitely still a manageable game para sa Val City. They need to make some stops.
Salenga. Bonifacio tracks it down. Labas ulit kay Tabi. 10 seconds ang natitira sa shot clock ng Pasay. Tabi drives middle. Tabi layup. May foul na nakita ang ating referee.
Monje could have already gone for that defensive rebound, but he just watched it sail towards the side. It could have been an opportunity for them to go into the fast break and get a quick bucket.
68-57. Tabi with 2 free throws.
Daryl tackle comes in for Kyle Lipes. Shooting 2, Cyrus Tabi.
Cyrus Tabi with a chance to extend the lead.
Oh, well, even Tabi's been missing free throws here. Pasay now 10 out of 20 from the line.
(69-57). Pasay up a dozen. Formento pulls up and he continues to find the hoop.
It's not the offense of Formento that's definitely not the problem, but it's the defense. But now they get the steal. This is a good chance for Valenzuela.
Salem in and out on the 3. Tabi.
Absolutely no need to rush. This is a good decision by Pasay to pull it back first.
Agustin could not get past Onteco. Salenga to Warren Bonifacio. That high arcing push shot.
No, he hasn't been stellar from the field tonight, but that's a big bucket to give more cushion to Pasay at this point as we approach the 2-minute mark.
And here was the fine galing kay Jasper Salenga.
Alabanza wasn't expecting the pass to Bonifacio. That's why he was a little below that basket mark.
Soriano and the Voyagers just picking apart the Magic defense here in the fourth quarter. Tinaas na ulit sa 14 ang lamang dito ng Pasay.
Jasper Salenga making some nice passes here. One to Warren Bonifacio and the other to Jopit Soriano. Again, it's that area of the basket para sa Pasay that's been very key para sa kanila.
Jopet Soriano with 15 points in the last game against Bataan. Came alive in that second half, Javi, and We actually was about to give him the best player of the game award, no? Kung kung sila nanalo, but they lost that game. He's got 10 points tonight to go with 8 rebounds, and the pass to Salenga as Pasay is pulling away here late. Minute and a half remaining.
Yeah, actually, Jopet Soriano had the chance to also send the game into overtime as we see this three-pointer by Jerome Teco. Might be a case of too little too late right now para sa Valenzuela. Soriano has been more consistent recently para dito sa Pasay.
Ang dami ng opportunities ng Valenzuela dito because Pasay was not making shots kanina.
Yun na nga eh. The problem is, this is the problem. They've been allowing second chance, third chance opportunities for Pasay, and they've been getting shots closer to the basket. That's why, despite the misses, they've been still able to make shots dahil lumalapit palapit na palapit yung kanilang mga tira.
There's 64 seconds left. Pasay on their way to another win.
I came from nothing. Just a small boy from streets of General Santos City. No shoes, no food, no chance, just a dream in my heart. From flyweight to junior middleweight, 8 divisions. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang bawat Pilipino nangangarap at lumalaban. This is our victory. This is our story, and the best is yet to come.
Our amazing boss, Senator Manny Pacquiao, was inducted to the International Boxing Hall of Fame yesterday, and such a legendary career. There's another fight coming up next month, alam natin yan, July 19. But, the accomplishments of our great boss, it's sort of, minsan nakakalimutan ng mga tao because it's been a while.
Yeah, and they forget that it's really where it all started para sa kanya, his boxing career. That's why he's recognized around the world. He is arguably the greatest of all time in the boxing industry.
And also, because of that boxing, because of his exploits in the ring and his excellence in the ring, he's pursued, and that allowed him to pursue other passions. And one of them is the MPBL.
Yeah,
Because of that Hall of Fame career, nagkaroon din po ng MPBL courtesy of our great boss, Manny Pacquiao.
we're very lucky, because of Senator Manny Pacquiao, that he has really given a lot of opportunities to many people, players, coaches, and many people as well sa amin dito sa media and sa production. It's very special para sa atin.
And also the players, getting an opportunity. $79-64. Commissioner Kenneth Derendez, Head of Operations Emer Oreta and Rudy Distrito, taken away by Salenga, and Jasper relay it in. 81-64, 17-point advantage. Formento has not taken a breather in the second half, Javi.
You're right, yeah. He's played through this whole third and fourth quarter. 26 points para sa kanya. He's played all but 6 minutes of this game.
Looks like Warren Bonifacio and the rest of the Voyagers are going to bounce back with a 15-point victory against the Valenzuela City Magic dito sa San Fernando, Pampanga.
And this is a nice win for them as they try to continue to traverse the Northern Division team standings. As of now, they move to 9-7, trying to get closer to the Pangasinan Heatwaves, who are at 9-4.
Your best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And we have Cyrus Tabi as our best player of the game. You can consider a lot of players there para dito sa Pasay. Got Soriano, even Salenga, even AJ Coronel. But Cyrus Tabi napili natin.
Yeah, numerous contributors, but this guy Tabi was really a man on a mission. Simulat sa pool pa lang si Del, you could already see the look on his face that he really wanted the win for his team.
Let's go to Lyra.
Thank you, Sidelf. Cyrus, after your 2 heartbreaking losses in your home court in Pasay, ngayong gabi na-translate nyo yung comeback win na talagang goal nyo from the start. Ano sa tingin mo yung biggest source ng renewed passion nyo?
Yung biggest effect sa amin kung bakit kami nanalo ngayon is yung continue na pag-motivate sa amin ni Coach M na pinupush niya kami every practice kahit natalo kami, binibigay niya pa rin sa amin yung pinaka-best na option para makakamba kami sa every game namin.
And it's really a collective effort for you guys. And in the absence of Lawrence, Victoria, paano ka nag-step up para maitawid ang pagkapanalo para sa Pasay?
Yun nga, sabi ni Coach M, hindi ka naman pwede maging Paul Victoria, hindi ka naman pwede maging Warren Bonifacio. Be yourself. Maglaro ka lang na kung ano yung laro mo, yun na ibigay mo.
Any greetings?
Yun na, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord, syempre sa fiancé ko na nandyan, nanonood. And kay Boss Manny, congrats po Boss Manny. And kino-congrats ko nga pala si Sir Ega Rubiano, Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano, Expedia, Management Investment, My Pet Space Pet Hotel, JVA Security and Investigation Agency, and CR Dental Clinic, the second floor bar and lodge, Capitol Restaurant, Met Park Sports Center, Tela Athletics. At binabati ko nga pala yung mga Bollerhood, thanks bro, and MLBN, kay Boss Chris, Boss Alan, sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta ng Pasay Voyagers, maraming salamat. Lalong-lalo na po sa MPBL.
Maraming salamat, Cyrus Tabi of the Pasay Voyagers. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lyra. And congratulations kay Cyrus Tabi and the Pasay Voyagers with their 9th win of the season. Meanwhile, Rizal takes on Pampanga in our main game dito sa Valenzuela Convention Center. Abangan nyo yan dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, MPBL.